What's good, guys? Fantasy Joe back here with our mock draft Monday. Going to be doing our first mock draft post NFL draft, so that should be very exciting. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button. You're going to stick around for more of my videos coming out today with our Dynasty rookie rankings, draft winners and losers coming out very shortly. Going to be telling you who improved from this draft fantasy wise, who got worse. There's going to be some drastic changes, so you're going to stick around and make sure that you are adjusting well to the big change that happened in the NFL. All right, so we got the fourth pick overall in this draft. Started off with McCaffrey, Hill, and CeeDee Lamb. So right now, basically, I'm between Jamar Chase and Bijan Robinson. I'm going to go ahead and take Jamar Chase here. I just think he is a good draft pick. And gosh, I really do hate the way that they do their formatting now. All right, let's go to this. We'll take Jamar Chase. After that, you see a bunch of big names go off the board. So Marvin Harrison Jr. is still available here. He's rated as the second best wide receiver. So you can see our wide receiver options. I kind of would prefer to go running back here. And late in the second round, I think I'm between Derrick Henry and ETN. Gosh, this one is tough for me. I'm going to go ahead. I'm actually going to take Derrick Henry here. I just think he's got a great chance of racking up a bunch of rushing touchdowns in that Baltimore Ravens offense. That one was a little riskier for me, though, personally. As you can see, the names that go off the board, then after that, we'll check out the wide receiver position as well. Still, I just not in love with many of these wide receiver in this range. Honestly, I like kind of taking the wide receiver early and then to attacking the running back positions in the next few rounds in this spot, by the way I look of it. ETN and Pacheco are similar to me. I'm going to go ahead and take ETN. This is a top 5 RB last year. I want to say he's RB 2 or 3. So finished the year very, very well. And I snag a really good tandem of backs in Derrick Henry and Travis Etienne to pair with Jamar Chase. Taking a look at the wide receiver position, don't mind these guys. They're not bad by any means. There's some interesting names there to me for sure. Stroud's on the board, tight end Mark Andrews in the fourth round. Back of the fourth round, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take Andrews here. To me, it's like borderline right where I think he should be taken. I don't think he's some major value or anything like that. But I prefer him to Kincaid and the rest of these guys. And the player I wanted to get back to me got back to me. Devonta Smith in the fifth round. I love that draft pick. I think it's a very good value where he's currently going. And then we swing back around. Running back, not many of these guys really interesting. Maybe he's Amir White, but Tank Dell's still out there. T. Higgins is out there, who I'm going to take. Draft T. Higgins. They did draft a wide receiver this year, but I still think for the upcoming season, T. Higgins should be very, very good for fantasy football. Taking a look at the quarterback position, and I am going to go ahead and pair him with Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow in the seventh round, I think, is a very good value, and I really like being able to stack him and T. Higgins. I've actually got Chase as well, so a big gamble on that, but where I feel like I got T. Higgins and Joe Burrow, I didn't mind the value at all. You can see the team there. And it is a lot, but I think getting the Devonta Smith, having Mark Andrews as a starter already made me a little less fearful. And Joe Burrow's just good enough he could post one of those top 5 output weeks, or output years, excuse me, and really make himself extremely valuable for football. Let's take a look at let's go to the cheat sheets. It just gives us a good idea of who is left out there. This one is close to me on who I would want. Okay. I'm going to go ahead. This is crazy because I'm taking another Bengal. I'm going to go ahead and take Chase Brown here. He just looked really good last year, and he's more of a flyer, but I'll take him just so I didn't think. The other guy I was considering was a wide receiver, and I feel pretty good about the wide receiver position on the team right now. Wanted to snag one more of those guys before they all gone. I'm going to go ahead and take Christian Watson here. It's around 9. His upside's just so high. He could be a real difference maker at that wide receiver position. Lets me diversify into an additional offense as well. Taking a look at who's still on the board here, not in love with many of these guys. Running backs, Kendre Miller, I do think posts some decent upside in this Saints offense. and I'll go right ahead and take him here. Just think he's got more upside than a guy like Zeke. Zeke might be a solid starter this year, but give me the upside of a guy like that who could potentially, come out and win the job and have a really big year. I'll take Brian Thomas Jr. here. Think he is a good value. Think he could potentially be the number one wide receiver by the end of the year, early next year in that Jaguars offense. And Christian Kirk's already been a value already. Um, okay, so Zeke and Dowdle are both out there. I'd probably say Zeke might get more of that starter type work, but I think Dowdle is a better running back at this point in his career. So I'm going to go ahead and take Dowdle here. Another guy, I just like these guys drafted this late, taking the higher upside options on them. So that's basically what we've been doing here. Let's go back to the wide receiver position. I'll take Adam Thielen in Carolina. They drafted another guy, but he posted a really good beginning of the year last year, so maybe he can provide some of that old man upside that he still has. I can wring out of him. All right, taking a look at who we still have on the board. Trevor Lawrence is still out there. I'm all set on him. I'll take Marvin Mims Jr. Um, add him to my suggestions, and I will take him. I just think he's got some upside in that Denver Broncos offense, especially now that Jerry Judy's out of town. I like that flexibility. And then taking a look at who's still available, I'll take a last minute flyer on Alexander Madison. I don't think he's going to be that great, but if he is, good chance of sliding into that offense. So, okay, check out the team. We got Joe Burrow, Derrick Henry, Travis Etienne, Jamar Chase, Devonta Smith, Mark Andrews, T. Higgins, Chase Brown, Christian Watson, Kendre Miller, Brian Thomas Jr., Rico Dowdle, Adam Thielen, Marvin Mims Jr., and Alexander Madison. You can see the bench is definitely a little weaker, but we took a quarterback and a tight end within our first 7 picks. And I really do like the starting roster as well. Still feel like we've got some upside guys. Like I said, taking the younger, more explosive, higher outcome guys later. You hope 2 or 3 of those guys shake out. You can use those as assets to either upgrade a spot, have some depth, and then kind of attack depth all year long through the waivers. So that's where our draft is going to get us. Like I said, stick around. We're going to be coming out those rookie dynasty picks later today. Other good content around the draft, winners and losers, all the things you need to know that have shaken out with this NFL draft to be good for fantasy football in this upcoming season. I'm going to be dropping on my channel, so hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. And if you have any questions or comments, drop them in the comment section down below. I'll respond as always. This has been Fantasy Joe. Thank you guys for watching.